to believe that your safety is in good hands.
Yeah, for air traffic controllers who go above and beyond, there is something called the Archie Award. It recognizes extraordinary, often life-saving efforts by the men and women working our airport towers. Now, the award is given in regions. For the eastern region, that covers West Virginia, Maryland, Delaware, New Jersey, New York, and Pennsylvania. And there are dozens of airports, as you can imagine, and even more air traffic controllers. But as News Channel 3's Randy Owie shows us, this year's big winners come from a small but vital airport right here in our region.
You go to Vegas?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
We're going to walk through the desert.
Clint and Mike Chambers will soon head to Las Vegas, where they might know a little something about beating the odds.
Nervous isn't the word, Randy. I'm not ashamed to tell you, I was scared.
On the night of October 12th, veteran pilot Bob Taylor was flying Biz Piper Cherokee from Lima, Ohio, back to his home base in Greensboro, North Carolina. He was cruising over southern Ohio when the tower at Tri-State Airport picked up a distress call. Mike and Clint were the air traffic controllers on duty.
He said the first transmission was that he had a major problem, a serious problem. And when we asked him for the particulars, he said that he had a really rough running engine and he needed to land now.
My engine started running extremely rough and vibrating violently. And as we're trained, I contacted Huntington Approach.
He kept saying that he saw trees and hills, and he really wanted to land on an airport. You know, he didn't want to land in the trees.
On our radar equipment, we can tell distance and bearing from any kind of airport that's in our airspace. The thing that I told him that seemed to help the most was that no matter what was going to happen, that we were going to do everything we could to bring him down.
Clint gave me the confidence, knowing that he was there, knowing that he was following me, knowing that the fact that in case I did make it to the airport, they would have a general vicinity of where I was, gave me the confidence that I was either going to make it to that airport or that they were going to come find me and I was going to make it. I was determined that I was going to land that airplane someplace and walk away.
Bob was able to land his Piper Cherokee safely at the tiny Rhodes Airport in Jackson, Ohio. He gives all the credit to the two men in that Tri-State Air Traffic Controllers Tower.
The outcome could have been a lot worse, but they helped me bring that airplane down, and I am eternally grateful to those guys.
I think sometimes we forget, you know, in our little radar cubicle that, you know, that there are people out there flying and, you know, they're in a much different position than you are. You're nice and safe on the ground, and they're a couple thousand feet up in the air.
You know, when you think about it, there are hundreds, if not thousands, of airplanes, small and big, flying in our regional airspace every day. So when I asked these two air traffic controllers, how often does a serious emergency happen like the one Bob Taylor went through, I was a bit surprised to find out they said it happens all the time.
A lot of times you'll have a guy with a rough running engine or getting some icing or some kind of mechanical problem, and we'll point him at the airport and get him down and just go on with your day. It's really not that big a deal.
For their quick, precise, calming action with Bob Taylor, Mike Chambers and Clint Clifton will be flown to Las Vegas next month, where they will receive the prestigious National Air Traffic Controllers Association's Archie League Medal of Safety Award.
You know, we were up against people from New York, Philadelphia, you know, everyone in the eastern region here, all these really big airports, and out of, you know, Little Huntington was the one who won, you know, so it's really a great honor.
I sent them a letter and I sent them a box of some very nice cigars that I hope that they enjoyed around Christmas time, and Randy, I think they can count on cigars for a lot more Christmases to come.
You know, one might be nice to enjoy when Mike and Clint win big in Las Vegas, but to Bob Taylor, these two are already winners. Randy Owie, WSAZ News Channel 3, Wayne County.
How about that? That's great. When the regional Archie Award winners meet in Las Vegas next month, the National Air Traffic Controllers Association will select one or maybe two people as the overall President's Award winner. And here's hoping that they do it, because what an extraordinary job. I mean, as we said, life-saving job right there.
And actually, I know that they are listed. That's one of the most stressful jobs that exists out there.
Has to be. There's no doubt about it. Just think of that.
Absolutely.
Well, be careful what you wish for. The end to a dry spell.